I've spent a lot of time with Jay Aspin, the local member here, and I listen to his words and I see his energy, and I have a fairly good idea how the federal government manages its business, so I'm quite confident.
And what does that mean, having that support? Where does that take your case?
We were unable to find another organization as cleverly put together as the Canada Marine Act does, a ports authority that gives the sustainable long-term commercial aspect to a crown, but not the short-term private sector focus on bottom line quarter by quarter. So their support's important because you cannot get a port authority unless they give it to you. So we have to apply to Transport Canada, Minister Lavelle, and have to get his authority to do it. And although it seems somewhat cute because a vessel is defined as a float plane, if you read Section 4 of the Act, Section 3 gives that, and there's nothing in this Act that takes precedence over the rights of the First Nations under their treaties. And Section 4, written in a fairly easy to understand English, are the purposes of the Marine Act. It's commercial, it's for the benefit of the region that the port is in, and as I've said before, nobody happens to build a big factory or the forest or the mine sits beside the harbor. So the Act was designed to have the infrastructure investment to bring the goods to the market because it's all about commercial trade. Costs are supposed to be realistic, they have to be sustainable, and for the benefit of the people who are in and around the port. And although it's a stretch to say Prince Rupert is a port, that infrastructure was also put in place by CN. They have the line east-west, and ours would be the north-south. And I remind people that one of the oldest settlements in this province was Moose Factory, Moosonee. So although it was different product, it was a port at the time. A little bit shallow for a big vessel, but we're not stretching it very far to say it's a port. But it is at the behest of the federal government to grant that under the Canada Marine Act.
So what's your next step? What has to happen to save this?
The next step is we've had one meeting with the CAW and Minister Strelli and Bartolucci, and Brian Stevens and I with Minister Bartolucci. We have to be allowed to get to the table. And they said, well, you're too late, we're getting rid of phone. And we said, please cease and desist till we sit down with you and realize the benefits of this plan, which we think accomplished more of their objectives than selling it to the private sector business line by business line. So the next step is who is going to be the provincial government of Ontario after January 25. So that's my biggest step, is who do I talk to, because who is it going to be tomorrow?
And what does this community have to do to continue to give you the steam that you need?
Well, the website that my union colleagues have developed with some assistance from our media advisor Don Hogarth, it has captured a lot of the support. We've been talking to Phenom, we're talking to people in Hearst and Hornepayne, getting together for this graphite that Andy just mentioned. The mayors have been terrific. Phenom has assigned us Mayor of Timmins, Tom Logren, to be our point man. Al McDonald helps us in almost every way and every day. So the North, I think in their reaction to everything that Minister Bartolucci has done, have been very much on our bandwagon.